just say one thing?
We are strangers to love.
Love.
Lovely.
You know.
The rules.
And so
They full admit.
That's what I'm
thinking of.
You would not get this from any other guy. Guys.
I just want to tell you
How I
Feeling.
make you
understand.
never let
You down. Never run around. Never gonna make you cry.
Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell what a good lie.
Happy birthday, YouTube.
"20 years of YouTube." Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. And we hope you had a fantastic couple of days at the IAB Upfronts. My name is Carl Reed. I'm Director of Agencies and Partners at Google, and it's great to be here alongside all of you as we reflect on the past 20 years of YouTube and as we look ahead at the driving force of our platform, creators. Now, I'm delighted to be joined alongside Emma Harmon, co-CEO of Whaler, Roya, who is the head of Culture and Trends EMEA for YouTube, and Taz from Click for Taz, one of our fabulous creators. Now, in just 2 decades, YouTube has completely reshaped how we watch and how we create entertainment. Now, I'm sure everyone has their favorite nostalgic moment. Mine is actually my wedding dance that I learned 13 years ago that I'm not gonna cover right now. But I guess everyone's nostalgic moments aren't the same. It's a generational shift in how and what we watch. One of the biggest increases that we're seeing is in the living room on the big screen. So you can watch a performance alongside your favorite creator. You can shop whilst watching a video or discover something completely new through YouTube Shorts. Viewers want what matters to them, unconstrained by format or by genre. The must-see entertainment moments or favorite podcasts, because viewers love to watch, not just listen. And that's where these must-see cultural moments happen, like Taylor Swift, who announced her new album on the New Heights podcast, much to the delight of all you millions of Swifties, of course. My wife was absolutely delighted about that one. It's the place where day after day, the events, the conversations, and the voices that define the moment break through with audiences who watch on every screen and on every format. And that's where we are today, the largest commercial platform in the UK for both reach and watch time, with 47 million UK adults watching for an average of 78 minutes per day. And that's why it should come as no surprise in the UK, viewers rate it as a #1 platform for watching creator content. Now, the success of all creators is fueled by deeply engaged audiences, and who don't just watch, they build deep, trusted connections. And that isn't just coming from us. So that deep connection, that high level of trust, coupled with YouTube's tremendous reach and watch time, is a fantastic opportunity for brands. And with YouTube Creator Partnership Hub, APIs, and now partnership ads, giving that digital handshake between a brand and a creator has never been easier than now. Now, I'm delighted to get into this further with Emma and Roya and Taz as we reflect on the last 20 years and look ahead at the opportunities for creator partnerships on YouTube. So now I'm going to switch and go into Q&A mode. Right. Now, Roya.
Yes.
Hello, Roya.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm excellent. Thanks.
Excellent. I'm going to start with you. We've just reflected on YouTube's 20th anniversary. Now, in your role leading culture and trends, what stands out to you most when you look at its impact?
So it's really hard not to be hyperbolic, but when you said that it changed how people watch, it changed how, it changed when, it changed why, it changed what they watched. Like, every single possible facet of what was considered entertainment and education was turned on its head in an unbelievably exciting way. Like, if you just take the example now that you gave of Taylor Swift and announcing her new album, which is not very good. She announced that through a live stream on a, yeah, sorry, Sarah. I know his wife's name because he's my old boss, not because I'm a stalker. Yeah, she announced that through a live stream on a podcast, which then within minutes, there were tons and tons of people reacting to it, deep diving, dissecting, people doing, dance videos from the meme that she had created in her own song. Like, there are just so many facets to one nugget of entertainment now, where everyone is like an active participant in culture, which I just think is so exciting, which wasn't the case before. We were much more passive, so it's changed everything, and I love it.
Emma, over to you. Now, I'm sure you've got views on this. Now, leading a global influence agency, you have seen huge shifts in recent years. What are the biggest shifts you've seen in the way audiences consume content?
Well, when I think about it, I mean, I joined Whaler 8 years ago, and we were definitely an influencer marketing business. And now I'd really say we're an entertainment company. So we're really focused on how we partner with brands, or how we partner creators and brands. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because, well, even from a personal perspective, I remember going to fancy dinners and things when I first started Wade, and people were like, oh, influencer marketing, and sort of rolled their eyes at me. And now they're like, oh, would you like to come, Emma, to the nice parties? Because we're in just such a different zone, aren't we? So, these creators are, they're CEOs, they're podcasters, they're streamers, they've got massive audiences and unparalleled levels of influence. And of course, brands want into that. And so I think entertainment's changed. If you look at a show like Colin and Samir, 50% of their show, audio and visually, is consumed on connected TV. So I think the world of entertainment is changing. I think YouTube are right at the heart of that. When YouTube first launched in 2005, everyone was watching things like Desperate Housewives and The Osbournes, and it was very much the record labels and TV that dominated culture. And now culture is just rising from the ground up, full of diversity, full of different people, different lived experience, different backgrounds. And I'm here for it. What an amazing media landscape we're creating. And I think that the creator economy is just, it's just going from strength to strength. And we just got started, right?
You can come to any of my parties anytime.
Thank you. Finally, I'm invited. I wasn't for so many years.
I mean, like private parties, like with Sarah.
Okay.
So, as a creator, Taz, I'm coming to you now, one of these wonderful creators / CEOs. I love that. As a creator on YouTube for many years, you've had a front row seat in this whole evolution. How has your content strategy adapted and grown over time to keep pace with these changes?
Yeah. I mean, I think what's beautiful about YouTube is there's mainly long form, so it gives you a lot more room to be creative and change. I've done YouTube for over 10 years now, and I started off doing really sad spoken word poetry, then went on to do like these crazy, it was a time in my life. And then I did these like really big challenge videos, and now I do lifestyle. I'm able to do so many different things because I, as a person, have changed in my interests. And as I get older, I'd like to think I'm a bit more mature. And so my audience have matured. And so, it goes from like challenge content, which is very like fast-paced, to like lifestyle, which is more authentic. And people like watching longer videos now that feel more authentic and relatable. So many changes.
I imagine you're seeing them grow with you too, right?
Sorry?
You're seeing your audience growing with you too.
Yes, exactly, yeah. It's quite wholesome, actually. It's quite nice. I feel like I've grown on the internet, and it's really, really nice, actually.
So thank you. Now, Roya, back to you. We've really seen creators become this global phenomenon, people that are growing up with their loyal audiences. You're incredibly close to this platform in your role. what are some of the biggest creator trends? I know this is such a core part to your job. What are some of the biggest creator trends that we've seen emerge over the past year?
Over the past year, I think what's been really interesting is when I said that we are active participants now, that has just become so huge in the last year. So we run surveys every year across the world to ask about people's relationship with internet culture. And one of the things, and we don't ask on behalf of YouTube, we say, you can answer however you want. And one of the things that comes through really strongly is how many people consider themselves creators now. So because of this, if you think about teenagers, all of them are younger than YouTube. So they've grown up with this notion of sharing, broadcast yourself, you are an active participant in culture. And so we see so many new faces appearing, which I think is one aspect. And we see many people, reacting to things that happen on the platform as well, so that halo effect or ripple effect. But I think it's also, obviously, we've got to talk about AI. Lots and lots of people now using AI for creativity, for content strategy, for editing their videos more easily, for coming up with the best title, etc. So it's making things like that much easier for them. But honestly, every day new stuff happens. Like my mind is blown on a daily basis.
So Emma, thank you. With demand ever growing from brands to partners with creators, how are you seeing this now on YouTube?
Well, I think overall, most brands get that they need to focus on social and they want to be culturally vibrant, they want to be disruptive, they want to do things that people like all the time. So less about always this big campaigns, but more about lots of things regularly. They want to show up in culture in a meaningful way, work and partner with creators as creative directors and things like that. So I think that there's this shift, especially on YouTube, which is to partner with creators and their shows and their episodes and their podcasts, and to really think, how can we have a meaningful relationship with this creator? How do we bring them in, sit with them around the boardroom, and think about this show, and think about how we integrate our product and our values into this brand and creator experience? So we're certainly seeing that. Obviously, shorts are brilliant. So if you're going to create a show, you can use shorts then to drive traffic in. So I think that the ecosystem around YouTube and search and things like that is fantastic for them blowing those things up and creating scale. So I think more brands are moving into more ownable formats so that they can have their voice in culture in the most credible way possible. So I think, overall, you've got this shift in brand strategy towards social, towards cultural vibrancy, reach and depth becoming a key thing. And I think YouTube is just the perfect creative territory to really lean into your culture strategy. We're seeing many more brands leaning into it, certainly.
I've heard it described from creators as creators really baking an idea that comes from a brand just so that it feels authentic for the platform. It seems so important, that role, with the influence agency and the brand and the creator coming together to really make it land natural to that audience.
Well, I think the scale that you can get on YouTube and by working with creators is actually outpacing many other traditional forms of media. So actually, it's worth the investment and it's worth having that partnership. And also, you've got to test and invest. So start with maybe some emerging creators, maybe work with some big ones, work with a symphony of creators, try things, have a learning agenda approach. And I think that's where you then start to see some real traction. And we're seeing it. We've got Experian, NFL, multiple clients now really leaning into the platform and seeing ridiculously good results. And that's been proven by the IPA research last week, that yes, that's a broader study, but creator marketing, creator partnerships, it's working, it's building brand, and it's building brand over the long term. So I think that's a great study for us all to build on, actually.
I love that. So brands, okay, I'm going to ask you about your favourite. And actually, Roy, I know you've been watching, Taz's journey and all the places she's been recently, but I'd love to hear from you who you've worked with, and what your dream brand partnership is.
I've been really fortunate that I didn't stick to a niche, so I got to work with incredible brands on different things. I worked with Google Pixel, and so when I was traveling, I could just integrate into my content really easily, and I worked with them over few years. I worked with UNICEF, where I did spoken word poetry on their platform, and that went viral. Nintendo, Uniqlo, so many great brands. But for me, what makes a brand really great is their messaging behind it. So like one of my dream brands would be to work with Nike, because their branding's to just do it. And every creator will tell you, we're only here because we took that chance on ourselves. We had self-belief, and we just did it, and we kept doing it. And as a result, I get to do cool things like this now, which is kind of crazy. So I like the messaging of Nike, and that would be like...
Maybe Nike are in the audience somewhere, are they?
I'm actually presenting
Anyone
to
work
next
with Nike?
week. I'll put in a good word. I am.
Let's go.
Okay, Nike, we're going to work on that. This is good to know. So we've got a last question. It's going to come to you, Emma. So you touched on it just now. I'd love to know a bit more about that. So what does success look like here? Brands are looking to build deeper emotional connections through influencer campaigns. We know that, and we think that creators are obviously perfectly and uniquely placed to do so. Where have you seen creator partnerships doing this really, really well on YouTube recently?
Well, I'll be brief, because I know we've only got a few minutes, but there's two great examples. One recent case study that we've done with you guys with Nella Rose. She's an amazing creator, but she actually produced an ad for Experian. So it wasn't about her community. It was about creating an ad for Experian that they could leverage across YouTube. Because, of course, it resonates more when you see somebody that's more relatable. She's funny, she's cool, she's, you know, her ad that she made has actually been one of the best performing ads they've ever made in terms of brand lift and driving search and driving product discovery for Experian. So using a creator in their ads was a really interesting way of working. And another client, I'll say, is the NFL. So the NFL want to be famous with younger audiences globally. And here in the UK, they want to actually just be known. So their strategy has been to lean into creators from fashion, from art, from photography, from music, to really bring a whole new audience. And their Creator of the Week program that's broadcast on YouTube is one of the most successful ever marketing campaigns they've ever done in terms of views, watch time, how people feel about the NFL, all of the storytelling that's gone around it. So I think those are just two excellent case studies where we can actually see the business impact and commercial growth for both of those two examples.
Amazing.
It's really working. Sorry, just to jump in, but I was actually looking at NFL interest on the platform the other day, because obviously we had the matches both weekends. And in the UK, cut through and interest and sentiment, engagement with comments, etc., on the content is massively increasing. So I didn't actually know about the partnership, so that's really interesting. It works. Who knew?
It's going to make its way into one of your presentations, isn't it?
It might do, yeah.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we're here to wrap now, so I just want to firstly say thank you, Emma, Taz, Roya, wonderful panelists. And to wrap with three things to leave you with 2 minutes to go. So look at that. Firstly, jump into the culture, immerse yourself and learn. People's expectations are that brands really get this, and we know that many really do. Secondly, and we've touched on this a number of times on this panel, brands can learn from creators about what authenticity looks like on the platform. So that notion of baking an idea is really, really important. And then finally, now is an exciting time to leverage YouTube for discovery, for YouTube creator discovery tools, for API and for insights, to launch both brand deals and creator partnerships on the platform. So with that, thank you.
Thank you.